Do you remember that show, That 70s Show? Well, you probably know that one of the lead actors is in big trouble. Now, the story starts with a woman named Chrissy, and Chrissy's 18, she just moved away from home to pursue a career in Hollywood, and so far, it's going pretty well. She's getting a bit of work. But one night, everything changes, because she's out at a party, and that is when she meets this guy, Danny. And Danny's a few years older than her, and he's already been acting in Hollywood a long time, since he was young. And so Chrissy, she thinks Danny's kind of fine. And they start dating. Here's actually a picture of them together. And from here, things move pretty quickly, because 2 weeks later, Danny invites Chrissy to come live with him. And this is great news for her because, she's new to the city. She doesn't know anyone. And soon after, she really starts to rely on Danny for, everything. But then he kind of drops a bomb on her. He tells her that in order for them to be in a relationship, she has to join his religion, Scientology. So she starts going to the church to meet up with them, and she signs their paperwork, because I guess they make you sign legal documents when you join. And she starts taking their Scientology courses, and she, officially joins them. Once she's in the church, they really take over her life. And suddenly, Scientology and Danny become her whole world. And they tell her how to live and how to act, and they tell her that she has to cut off contact with her friends and family because they aren't members. And of course, Chrissy does, because, when your religion tells you to do something, you do it. I mean, this is classic cult behavior. But then, something kind of crazy happens to Danny. Because it's 1998, and Danny, because he's an actor, he auditions for a show called Teenage Wasteland. And bam, he gets the part. And eventually, they rename the show and call it That 70s Show, and That 70s Show blows the fuck up, and it becomes a huge hit. And so very quickly, Danny becomes super famous with super famous friends, and he becomes one of the highest ranking members of this multi-billion-dollar religion. And maybe, all of this starts to go to his head. Because as time goes on, he becomes more and more controlling, specifically of Chrissy. He also becomes more and more sexually aggressive. And while Chrissy, she doesn't like any of this, but she does the thing where she makes excuses for his bad behavior because, she's in love with him and she trusts him. And remember, she's still isolated from her family and friends, so she has no one. But then, in 2001, Chrissy's 23 now, shit starts to get really dark. Because, according to her, one night, she and Danny are chilling at home, having a glass of wine, and then strangely, she starts feeling the effects of alcohol.